Hello and welcome to the next episode of D.O.A.F.T. And in this episode, we have probably the second most successful manager in this team. I gotta do research. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yes, we have four regular season titles, 2 playoff titles, and the most wins ever for Just Know. But you know what the best part about Just Know is this year? He's the only guy who changed his name to Just Know. So, what does Just Know mean? Well, we're gonna find out now. There's always one girl who thinks she knows. It's an unbiased opinion with flow.
Just Know? That's a team name? Just know? Just know, just know, just know.
Just know. Just know.
Just know, just know, just know, just know. Just know. Just know. Just know. Just know, just know, just know.
Just know. Just know.
Just know, just know, just know, just know. Just knew. Just knew. Just know, just know, just know, just know.
Just know? Just know.
Just know, just know, just know, just know. Just know. Intro. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Godfather speaks.
Jason, I worked all year to try to get this Schwarber. I practically sent you a check, and you still didn't trade him. My feelings only a little bit hurt, though, because now they're talking about platooning him, and they're saying he can't hit certain pitching, whatever. So, but I'm going to still make some trade offers, because that's what I do. So as we sit here and talk about Just Know, and I don't know if you're going to keep that name or not, you should just know, Jason makes the playoffs every year. And so here's the thing. You can't win the lottery if you don't have a ticket. The thing about Jason is every year he has a ticket. Sometimes he wins championships, sometimes he doesn't. There are holes, okay? The lineup is mixed with superstars and free agency fodder, guys that probably, you know, Ryan Zimmerman today is a free agent fodder now. I mean, he's good. He should be on someone's team, but he's not great anymore. Brian McCann, catcher. I mean, he hits 230. I mean, that's not great, but the RBIs and home runs are there. Brantley, we don't really know what's going on with him, although they're saying now he's doing better than they thought. McCutchen, true superstar. Correa, true superstar. And then you got guys like Russell who will eventually possibly be really good, but maybe not there yet. So I feel like transition on the lineup. I think this year you're going to be like, if I see your lineup in April and see your lineup in June, it's going to look different. It's still going to be tough some weeks, and some weeks you're going to just get your butt kicked in offensive categories. But that's Jason. That's been going on forever. So now we go to pitching. Now I will say this with confidence. You always have the best pitching until this year. I think this is the year a few people are better pitching than you. Not that your pitching is not good. Your pitching is good. Other people have caught up. And I also say it's soon time. Again, Kershaw is going to be awesome. King Felix is going to be awesome. David Price is going to be awesome. Harvey's going to be awesome. But amongst one of those guys, somebody will fall back. Just because that's just what happens. Behind them, you don't have much depth. So one of these years that you're going to have a couple injuries, it's going to cost you. But you still have the best, and I would never challenge that other than to say that I think there's one or two a little bit better, and I'm going to talk about them in the future here. I will also say bullpen, you are amazing at ghetto closers that get lots of saves. You know, I remember when you picked up a guy like Boxberger and you're like, well, what's Boxberger? Then he got 40 saves. Now, of course, he's hurt right now, so that's going to cost you. Osuna from Toronto, maybe he gets a saves, maybe he doesn't. Familia, again, I remember when they first made him the closer, like, well, he's kind of a ghetto closer. Now he's a star. And Houston Street, there was a time we kind of all gave up on him. Now he's consistent. So, I don't know. I think your bullpen takes a step back. I don't think you're a number one team. I think your lineup has question marks. But I don't doubt a guy that makes the playoffs every year and a guy with your win record. So I'm going to say top 5 team, top 6 team. Probably not in the top 3, but you'll find a way because that's what you do.
Ira's Island.
Okay, Team Just Know. Okay, we don't have to. Votto, fantastic. McCutcheon, great. Correa, wonderful. The top 3 guys I love. I really do like Brantley too, but it looks like Brantley's not going to get on the field until May. But I like Piscotty and Franco. I mean, 2 young up-and-comers. I think they're going to be really good. You got Polanco and Gardner who are going to steal a lot of bases for you. I think this is a complete offense, okay? I had this ranked as the number 3 total offense, and I think it's a very, very strong team. Very, very formidable for Just Know, Just Know, Just Know, Just Know, Just Know, Just Know. I'm going with Maikel Franco because I think he's going to have the breakout year. I know he's probably not a sleeper on most levels of traditional sleepers where somebody hasn't been talked about, but I think this guy could have a 35 to 40 home run season. He's already shown it in spring training. Does spring training matter that much? No, not really. I do realize that, but in Philly, where there's really no expectations for anything to happen at all, where there's going to be 2 people in the stands, and one of them is a Philly fanatic, I think Maikel Franco can have a great year. Fantastic year. He's my sleeper. Yuniel Escobar. Do you think that .314 batting average was for real last year? Yuniel Escobar, you are the reason this team is absolutely dreadful.
Now it's time for the pitching for Just Know. And this is what I am talking about. Right now, Clayton Kershaw, Cy Young candidate. Matt Harvey, Cy Young candidate. Stroman, possible Cy Young candidate. That's right, I developed a word. A Cy Young candidate. That's what Stroman is. That is how good this team is. Not to mention, you have King Felix waiting in the wings. He's not what he used to be, but still an amazing pitcher. And David Price is still David Price. I know he's going to Boston. I understand it'll be harder for him, but David Price and Jake Odorizzi, what a great team. This is the #1 pitching staff in the league. Celebrate, rejoice. Just Know #1 pitching.
Yeah, this team is mad little. Translation, this team is deceptively young in age. Little.
Bust.
I know it seems like I'm so hard on my Cubs. Maybe it's because I'm just like, get off my bandwagon, you jerks. That's probably the way I feel. Because Kyle Schwarber, he can't hit lefties. He cannot hit lefties. And, to top it all off, he's not a good defender. So, we put these 2 things together, and the Cubs have 11 outfielders. How does Kyle Schwarber get a full season of at-bats? It's not going to happen. He is platoon material. Now, I don't really think he's that bad. Like, he should be more than platoon material. But he's just, I mean, he's going like in 2nd and 3rd rounds of fantasy drafts. This is crazy talk. He is not that good. I know he's got catcher eligibility this year, and that's okay. I get that part of it. But after this year, he's not going to be anything special. I mean, he'll be really good. You know, I can see the 25 to 30 home run thing, but this guy is not an elite fantasy player, nor will he ever be. Kyle Schwarber is the bust. Just know that this bullpen is about the 7th best in the league. Houston Street and Familia, both solid closers. Osuna's not quite as solid for Toronto, but then after that, so you do have 3 real close guys, but after that, it takes a big drop off. You got Boxberger, who may not even close this year because he's hurt. And then you've also got Jeffries from Milwaukee, who may or may not close, or he could be in a setup position. Either way, a couple of question marks there at the bottom half. That's why I got this as the number 7 bullpen for Just No. Team Just No. Okay. All right. Now go get him. Go get him. 1, 2, 3. All of them. Put them in the and we get. Oh look at it. It's so cute. It's so little. It's like a baby. Not really like a baby, but it's little. And that's because the team is so young. You get it because they're young? You understand? You get it? Okay, great. All right, now wave to the camera. Wave, say byes. Bye. Bye. What? You know, it's funny. I was really down on Just No last year. And not only did they finish in 2nd place, but they lost in the championship matchup. So, I mean, you can't really be much better than what it was last year. And I think last year I thought that some of the young stud pitchers that he had were now sort of past their prime and aging out, but he's kind of replaced it and retooled and regunned, especially the offensive positions. That's the one thing that shocked me, is how young his offense is. This guy has a really bright future, and I'm scared for the future of Just No. So, we've got 4 to go. And you know what that means? The Final 4. Which is appropriate this time of year, right? Final 4. But there's a lot of guys in the Final 4 I don't really want to talk about, so it's not going to be a lot of fun for me. Yay!